What's up, everybody? Today I'm just going to be reacting to a video that I think is quite interesting. Now, the topic of the video is influencers versus 9 to 5 workers. So basically, the argument in this video is being an influencer harder than being a 9 to 5 worker? And it caught my attention, so I just wanted to react to it real quick and just, because I haven't watched it through and through, but I did want to watch it, and I'm gonna react to it as I'm watching it. So we need to switch her out with something. Like she been working for 2 days. She on her own. Okay, so this is the beginning of it. She been working for 2 days. She on her own business for 4 years, so she's not a valid person to debate with about 9 to 5. Wow. It just sounds like they got emotion. Can y'all hear that okay?
Your emotion moves their product forward, but without their product, you have no motion. There's a reason why all y'all, because y'all don't listen. Y'all not hear what we're saying. Y'all do all the who gives a fuck? My life I say you ain't got that doggy. You ain't got.
Oh, this got intense.
Being an influencer is harder than working a 9 to 5.
Hi,
so y'all heard that, right? Being an influencer is harder than working a 9 to 5. Now, I'm going to go through this, and like I said, this is my first time watching it. I did see that snippet before doing this, but I'm just reacting to it as I'm watching it because I want to see people's views on it as well. I want to hear people's views on it as well, okay? So let's get into
life insurance.
Why do you think working a 9 to 5 is harder than being an influencer or a content creator?
I think that working a 9 to 5 is more challenging than being a content creator because of the fact that you're working on other people's opinions and what their systems are, even if you feel that you may know better, and you're also following someone else's roadmap, and you're not profiting as much as you would if you were the entrepreneur.
I don't feel like that's like a valid reason to say it's harder, because also being a content creator is like you have to come up with your own ideas. Like I'm just talking about content. I'm not gonna talk about other businesses and stuff that we have to deal with, right? You have to come up with your own ideas. You have to edit the videos. You have to make sure that video go viral. You have to make sure that you're gonna make a good amount of money off these videos. So when it comes to content, it's like anybody could make videos, but it's like when you do that for a living, it's like if you don't get a video to get a certain amount of views, you're not gonna get a paid certain amount of money, right? And then for you, for example, if you work in a 9 to 5 job, like you said, you're working for somebody else, so you have a set pay every single month, every week, 2 weeks, however when y'all get paid, right? It's like a set payment. So if you get up and show up to work every day, you're gonna get that money, right? For us, we don't get that money even if we show up and go to work. We have to really work hard every single month to even make that money. You know what I'm trying to say? So that I don't feel like that makes it harder than what we do.
I understand what you're saying, but there are different forms of 9 to 5. Now, for me, I work technically in sales, so I'm pitching people all day for a product that they don't necessarily receive.
But you still got base pay, though. Hold on. I want to pause this because I got to put my little 2 cents into this. So if you haven't come in, or if you're just now coming in, basically this is influencers versus 9 to 5 workers. So who works the hardest, right? Or what is the hardest thing to do? Okay, the lady says, okay, I work in sales, so I have to pitch all day, right? Now, coming from my background where I did have to do sales leads, right? I used to get 100 sales leads in a month, okay? And I had to talk to a lot of people during the day, right? But the end all be all is that you're getting what? I'm live. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. One moment. Nope. I'm live. Wait. I'm sorry, y'all. This is what happens when you homeschool, and yeah, you gotta wear all the hats. But basically, what I was saying is that so I've worked a 9 to 5, all pretty much, majority of my life, right? I just made the decision to quit my job back in January for a couple of different reasons. One was to focus on my son and his homeschooling. Two was I needed to focus on my business, my brand, and what I'm trying to do. Okay. So, anyways, I pulled like 100 sales leads in a month, right? I used to have to pull sales leads. That was basically my job. I had to, take outbound calls, make outbound calls, reach out to those customers to get them back into the dealership. Okay. So the disconnect here for me is, okay, ma'am, you say that you're doing sales, you work sales, and you have to pitch sales all day. Again, you still have a base pay. You still have a guaranteed base payment based off of your 9 to 5 job. A 9 to 5 job is a guaranteed payment. At the end of the day, however you want to look at it, a 9 to 5 job is a guaranteed payment. Okay? Whether you're working in sales, whether you're not working in sales, and you have you have a salary that you're making, nonetheless you're making something, and that's guaranteed because that's what you agreed upon when you first started that job. An influencer, on the other hand, they don't have a guaranteed payment, right? So if we're looking at these young men here that are successful YouTubers now, but again, they have to work extremely hard to keep up with getting money and income coming in, because guess what? If they don't have an idea, if they don't do a video, if they don't put out content, they're not getting paid. Bottom line, there is no guaranteed money coming from that. There is no base payment. There's nothing like that coming from content creation. Okay? Now, there are some other things that you can do and get sponsors and all of that other stuff. And yeah, you can get residual play off of your videos that you've already done. But still, you have to continuously keep that going. All right, I'm a hush and I'm going to keep watching because that kind of just threw me off. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. Hold on. Anyways, let's keep going.
Let her finish. Let her finish. Let her finish. No. Let her finish. Let her finish. Go ahead. Finish. Hold on. Let her finish. Go ahead.
But
So you an agent?
yes.
You do a broker?
Yes.
Okay.
So wait, does that mean I switch sides?
Wait.
So do I switch sides?
Hold on. Wait.
I work as an independent broker, but I am under an agency.
Okay. So that's like, it's your own company?
No, I work under someone else's company, so they hire a bunch of us brokers, and we're also contracted with a bunch of different life insurance companies.
So are you too lazy to just be the main person? That's what
I have to work up to that part.
But what? Okay.
How long you been doing this? How long you been a broker?
I've been a licensed broker since the end of March, and I started this job on Thursday.
And what exactly make it like so hard? If it's so hard, why you keep doing it?
Because I've seen my colleagues, specifically in my firm alone, and my best friend, she does this out in Florida. She's the one who put me on. Uh-huh. So she's like, find something in Georgia or whatever where you live. So I have. And then I'm seeing everyone else at my agency, they're getting like $10K a week, some of them. And then I'm just like, okay, how old are you? What were you doing before this? Do you have any schooling and stuff? Uh-huh. A lot of them are like 19 years old, used to work at the QT, like they have no prior experience. Okay. They're just hungry.
It just sounds like they got promotion.
Are you, yeah. Hold on real quick, right?
I'm dead.
How long you been doing this?
Since Thursday. So this is gonna be my second day. I'm still kind of like in training.
So you just...
I'm confused.
Yeah.
I thought okay, what was you doing before this?
Prior to this, I was running my own online store where I was doing graphic design.
Okay, so why are you on that side? I need to give him the mic. Give him the mic. Put the mic over there. We need to switch her out with somebody. She's been working for 2 days. She owned her own business before this, so she's not a valid person to debate with about 9 to 5.
Well, what up, man? I'm so safe. You know what I mean? I got down work for a movie company. I work at FedEx overnight.
Movie company.
Movie.
Movie?
Yeah.
You think that's harder than being a content creator?
Yeah. See, you know, I fuck with how y'all do the content shit. You feel me? Y'all got free time, do whatever. But
do we have
on the slick, you feel me? Because with the job shit, you got a time, you got a set time schedule. You gotta go in that bitch. You gotta go up in that motherfucker and make that money. You feel me? You gotta go in that bitch. You know what I mean? It could be a good ass job, paying you good as fuck, but you gotta.
Okay. He says you gotta go into the job. You gotta do this. You gotta do this because guess what? It's an obligation, right? You're obligated to that company, to that job, right? To go in there, work your time, and then roll out, right? But again, you are obligated and you're still getting guaranteed money from that job, right? Look at it from an influencer's point of view. Guess what? He gotta get out there and do it too. He gotta get out there and you know, work and do content and do all of that as well. He's gotta figure out different creations for the content. He's gotta go get it too. So you're obligated to the 9 to 5, and he's obligated to his content, his brand. Look at it that way. Look at it that way. I don't see, you know, I don't see how this differs in, a 9 to 5 is harder. Why? Because you're doing physical labor. I mean, the influencers, they got to do physical labor too. They got to get out there and go get it. Whereas you're going to guaranteed money, guaranteed work. Hello. I'm going to keep going. I'm sorry. Y'all already see what side I'm on. But again, like I said, I wanted to react to this because I come from working 9 to 5. So I know what it's like to be a 9 to 5 worker. And I'm almost 43 years old, y'all. Seriously. So at the end of the day, I've done that. Like, I've literally done that half of my life already. Right? All right, let's keep going.
Ass boss. You got some bullshit ass employees you gotta work with. Right. But you gotta deal with that shit, you feel me? Like, you don't want to lose out on no damn shit because somebody got damn bullshit. So, you know what I mean? You gotta eat that shit up, go up in that bitch, make that money come home at the end of the day. And at the same time, niggas getting taxed on that goddamn money too, you feel me? I feel like
we all get taxed.
Right. Everybody get taxed. Everybody got to pay taxes. You making money, you got to pay taxes.
Have any of y'all ever been at a standpoint where you made a lot of money and you're going to work for no money? Have you ever went to work, been making money for a certain amount of time, and you don't get a check for that money?
No.
I mean, no.
Because 9 to 5 is not set up that way. You get paid for your work.
It's not making money. It's never happened to you. It's never happened to none of y'all. That has happened to. I'm a brand owner. Like, I sell clothes. He sells clothes. A lot of us, that has happened to all of us. So
that's cool. You sell them clothes. You know what I mean? I understand that. You feel me?
But it's been 6 figures where I've made $100,000+ and I can't touch none of it.
Why not?
Like, they take it away.
Why?
Because of small implications.
What's the implications?
Y'all can get a strike. Like, okay, so it'll be a standpoint where it's something called a chargeback rate, and they say I get a certain amount of chargebacks and I can't touch none of my money, and they can't touch it till I can't touch it till they say so. Right. So I'm working every single day. I'm selling clothes. And I got stuff to pay for it.
You can't stop like working. You can't.
And my job, I got bills.
But that's some real shit.
Y'all gonna get paid.
Have you ever been demoted from a position where you get paid less?
Let her finish.
No, there's been a time where I've made $0.
But has there been a time? Has there been a time where you got them you really want to smack the shit out of somebody. You feel me?
See,
but
the
you
difference
still the next day gotta go and continue working their ass. You feel me?
No, the difference is you can see the person every day. I can't see nobody.
But hold on, that don't make your job harder though. That's a choice that you make.
It is his choice. Nah, it's not. No, it's not. It's the same thing. Wow. Like, see, and this is what's so crazy about it. Because this is people's mentality, right? Because we are, and I shouldn't even say we, because I decided to get out of the rat race, right? But like, honestly, it is literally a choice to work a 9 to 5 job, right? It's your choice to deal with whatever comes with that job, to deal with whatever stresses come with that job. It is literally your choice. They're saying that it's his choice because he wants to sell clothes and he got to go through all the chargeback situations. You darn Skippy, it's his choice. It's his choice to do that as well. But guess what? And see, this is where I think it differs, because people that work 9 to 5 jobs look at the YouTubers and they're like, you know what? Y'all got it easy because you got free time to do whatever you want to do. That may be the case, but do they really have free time though, is the question. How much free time do you think an influencer gets where they're not working? I just want to know. I wish there was more people in this live right now. Honestly, I wish there was more people in this live right now. Because I want that question answered. How much free time do you really think that an influencer gets? Mind you, they share with you what they want you to see. There's a whole lot y'all don't see. And I just know that just from just having common sense. Yes, I do, know a few of them influencer wise. But no, I mean, just having common sense, you can see that, you know what, guess what? Their free time, their free time consists of working, making the content, springing up the ideas so that they can create the content. Majority of the time, those jokers are working. You may look at it as, oh, they just blowing off, time and having fun. No, listen, every day, every moment, every second of their lives is content, right? So they're literally figuring out ways to try to make content. And we're not even talking about their brands. We're not even talking about the clothing brands that they have or the things that they're doing on the outside of content. Have you ever thought about that? There's people that make investments outside of the content. So they're not necessarily just doing content. Like I said, they share with you what they want you to see. You don't see every darn thing that they're doing. You just see what they share, right? You're not seeing the late nights when they up till 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. When your tail is getting up to go to work, they're just going to bed. You don't see that. They're not, and some of them may record it and put it out as content. But majority of the time, you're not seeing that part of it. And one of them sitting over there, one of the influencers sitting over there is V, right? He got a clothing brand. Everybody knows his clothing brand, Carpe Vestum, right? Dude puts in work. He touches literally every order that comes through. He packs it. He mails it off. He prints the labels. He shows what he's doing. Now, on the flip side of that, you're probably not always seeing his creative ability and the time that is spent to create what you see. So that's, like, it's really not a debate between influencers and 9-to-5 workers. Honestly, because you got people that are gonna hustle for what they want, and you got people that are lazy, and there's a lot of lazy people. There's a lot of lazy people. Y'all, my thing on timeout. So let me just
We're ready.
I'm
So
gonna
let's go. It's the
I'm gonna talk through
Memorial Day sale. Add
the
timeless elegance to your space with
let me
these
mute that
5-piece
for a minute because I do not. So anyways, I'm gonna mute that while it's going through the advertisement, the ad. But yeah, it shouldn't even be a debate. That's the difference between both. Is there's lazy people and there's
Touch your money, okay, go get another job.
hold on.
So you can't touch that money. That's your choice to sit there and not touch that money.
Wait a minute.
My choice not to touch the money.
It's your choice to sit there and deal with the fact that you can't touch the money and have to just sit there and sit in that. You should go get another job or go
How is that?
money every day.
Niggas gotta work, but niggas went to school to goddamn go get a goddamn degree, be a lawyer or some shit. Get that damn degree, get licensed, and gotta go work. You feel me? Niggas gotta go work that. I'm not finna go goddamn get this damn degree. I got this motherfucker. Now I got this damn job that's paying me wonderful. But because of these bullshit ass motherfuckers, I'm finna leave this bitch. Fuck no. I need that money.
Okay. Y'all, excuse the language. And I'm sorry I keep pausing. Listen. Let me explain something to you. I have a undergraduate degree. My undergraduate degree is in art with an emphasis in graphic design and a minor in African American studies. That is my undergraduate degree. I have a master's degree as well in organizational leadership. Now, what I will say to this, yes, I went to school. Yes, I took the time out to learn some of the skills that was necessary because we are so conditioned to think that, hey, we need to go to school and learn all of this stuff to get a good job and make good money and do all of that. But at the end of the day, you know what made me think is that, hey, how about I use these skills for my own brand? How about I use these skills for my own business? Right? So yeah, like I said, I've been in the rat race. I have degrees. I have my master's degree. But I kid you not, the way I felt is, guess what? I don't even get the opportunity to use what I've learned in a job. So what am I doing? What am I doing? I might as well work for myself, right? A lot of people are too scared to take the risk of being their own boss. Why? Because they want that guaranteed money. They want to know that it's there. You're too scared to make the moves that you need to make for yourself because you want the guaranteed money. You chasing the money. You in the rat race. Yeah, you bust your tail to go to school. Yeah, you bust your tail to get the degrees and all of that. But what do you have to show for it? What do you literally have to show for it? Now, don't get me wrong. There are some people that go to school to, law school, all of that, go to be a doctor, all of that. It makes sense to, that's what you want to do. Fine. But for those of us who have degrees and that are not in our fields or not doing anything that is pertaining to what we went to school for, that's the people I'm talking to right now. Because you really got to sit down and think about that thing. Like, you know what? Am I really utilizing the skills that I've learned that I'm literally paying back student loans for? Now, mind you, my student loans are forgiven, so I don't have to pay back any student loans. But again, I was listening to the guy say, hey, you know, there's people that's working hard that you know went to school to have the degrees to get a good paying job and da da da. Yeah, that is the control mentality. That is the mentality of putting you in a box. Literally and if I can talk, figuratively. Okay? So I know what it's like. I got the degrees. I got it, right? But I can't sit here and say that I've ever worked a job that allowed me to utilize what I actually went to school for. The times that I get to use it and utilize the skills that I have is when I'm doing my own thing with my own brand and business. So those are the things that, you know, a lot of people are not going to take that risk to, you know, get out the rat race because they want that guaranteed money. So, anyways.
Got a degree to work at FedEx, or where you say you work?
He's about other. Yeah,
I'm talking about
no, but I do it. Yeah, no, I got the damn degree, but you know, it's hard out here right now.
But you
My degree is goddamn communication, radio, TV, broadcasting. You feel me? I ain't been no damn doctor, son. I got a degree. You feel me?
So why you not utilizing your?
For how many hours y'all work in general?
This joker just said he had a degree in broadcasting and podcast or whatever he said. So why are you not utilizing your degree to do that then? On the side. You could, I mean, ain't nothing wrong. Here's the thing. I want people to understand that there's nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5 job. There is absolutely nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5 job. But use it to your advantage. Capitalize off of it. If this is what you went to school for, and that's what your degree is in, then use a 9-to-5 to capitalize you in your passion or whatever you went to school for, so that you can get out the rat race. Moving on.
I'll say 12 hours for all of y'all. And y'all went to work. They say, you know, y'all get paid whatever it is. And your boss call you and say, man, I don't like that you had on 2 left shoes today. We ain't finna pay you. What you gonna do about it?
Get a lawyer. First of all, get a lawyer. It does happen in real life. I mean, people go through situations that are similar, but then you have to go the whole route of getting a lawyer, going through the whole court case just to get that money back. So to say that it never happens is false, because it does.
Okay, but that's true. And then they say you can't come to work for a whole week.
That happens all the time. That's it.
Okay, understandable. But for us, we had to go through that, and y'all may say it's easy. We had edited the video for 12 hours. Some of us have editors. We upload that video, and 5 seconds of it can be a copyright music, or something a girl had on the thong and they don't like it. They copyright strike you. You can't upload it, and you don't get paid.
And you don't have lawyers?
We don't get paid.
At the same time.
No, but they approve it. No, because But each person, I know, I talk to him, each person that's reviewing is a real person. Mm-hmm. So I can say that that's vulgar. He can.
What's up? Thank y'all for joining in.
It don't get. That's what your editor's supposed to do. Or get a copyright lawyer.
Never happened.
Let me ask y'all a question, right? So, how many of y'all over there? Okay, so how many of y'all over there right now would, if y'all could right now, just press a button and switch to come on this side where you like do what we do and don't have to go to the job? How many of y'all would?
I would definitely be over there because I'm already over there, basically.
When you say you create content, like what is your niche? What is it that you actually do? I'm giving up what I make a year for your.
How much you make a year?
55.
1,000?
Yeah.
I committed on one video.
Okay, so what is it that I would be giving?
But you can make that on one video.
What do you do?
But you can too, though, right? You can
See,
make
this
that
is
on one
this
video.
is ain't nobody got confidence in themselves. Oh my God. Listen, they had to start from scratch too. You saying, but you can make that on a video. They're making that on a video now. They had to start somewhere, y'all. They just like they're just listen, we are all human beings here. We are all human beings here. They had to start from the bottom too. You have to start somewhere. If you don't have the confidence in yourself enough to know that you got it within you to do as well, then you might as well hang it up and keep working your 9-to-5 job. It's a mentality thing. It's all in your head. You can literally do the same thing that they are doing. You can do that. If you have enough confidence, if you have enough, I ain't even going to say motivation, because motivation can come and go. If you have enough determination, dedication, you got to be dedicated. You hear me? You can do what they are doing. But you look at it as, nah, you know, I can't do what they do. You know what I'm saying? I can't get 55,000 views on one video. I can't, you know, or I can't get 55,000. Let me tell you a little something about Aria. I started my gaming channel at the top of this year. My laptop is over there. I started my gaming channel at the top of this year, y'all. I am already at 81K views on that gaming channel alone. And you want to tell me that you can't do it? You're not even giving yourself a chance to try. What are we doing here? What are we doing? And I'm sitting here talking to myself because there's 0 people in here right now. It doesn't even matter because I'm going to repost it on my YouTube. Probably I am. I'm going to repost this reaction on my YouTube. But the thing is like you have to start somewhere. You put all your trust and faith in your 9-to-5 knowing that, oh, okay, it's guaranteed money. That ain't guaranteed over there. It sure ain't, but you know what? It's a risk. It's a wonderful risk to take when you start seeing them checks rolling in. And I'm not even there yet. But trust and believe, I started out with 0 views. Hello? At the top of this year. I've only been doing this for what? 3-4 months? I think I started the gaming channel in February, so that makes 3 months. Within a matter of 90 days, you guys, I was at my goal of 75K views. Now I'm already at 81K. That's just my gaming channel. I think I'm at 25,000 views on my lifestyle channel. So don't sit here and tell me you can't do it. Them jokers are human beings just like you. If they can do it, God dog it, so can I. That's the mentality you have to have. You have to have that confidence within yourself. If you do not have that confidence, like I said, you might as well keep working that 9-to-5 job and stay in the rat race.
You feel me? Then y'all gotta remember at a certain point in time that we were y'all too.
I was working.
Exactly.
So how old are you?
Nobody on this side of the table is past 28 years old.
Okay, so that's one generation sitting right there. This is too vast of a generational gap for just one generation to speak as if it's just all.
Here we go. Now they want to have the generational conversation. Y'all, I'm about to be 43 in September. Don't look like it, and thank God for, his good graces on that. I'm about to be 43 in September. I made the decision to quit my job in January. Not because I wanted to do content, neither, y'all. Because, listen, I had all of these same thoughts. No, I ain't going to be able to do that. I don't think I'm going to be able to, I don't want to be walking around with a camera. I don't want to do all of that. There is no generational difference. What I will say, the only generational difference that I will say, just in my thought process is, you know what? If I would have had these platforms and things of this nature in my 20s, you doggone Skippy, I would have been in there using it. So you got to look at it their way. Yeah, they're in their prime. They in their 20s. You know what I'm saying? Taking advantage of what's before them. We didn't have that, right? But guess what? It ain't never too late to take advantage of it now. I'm 42 years old and I'm doing this. I just told you how many views I had and I started 3 months ago. So why can't you do the same thing? Because I know some of y'all are younger than me. There might be some of y'all that's older than me. But there are people that are older than me on social media doing the same thing. Okay? So don't ever short yourself. Don't ever say that you can't. Like, that shouldn't even be a part of your vocabulary. The generational thing ain't got nothing to do with it, y'all. This is open for everybody to use. Everybody. All ages, whatever. Everybody. So if you want to be lazy-minded and have that mentality that you can't, like I said, keep working your 9 to 5. Moving on.
First of all, let's talk about how y'all wouldn't be able to really last working 9 to 5 versus what y'all doing. Y'all wouldn't really be able to last being working a 9 to 5.
What you just said?
I said y'all wouldn't be able to last working a 9 to 5.
That's why we quit. That's why we quit.
Exactly.
Not doing shit, we quit to do.
So that's your prerogative. You're better for yourself. It's different than our better for ourselves.
But we are not quitters, we are just smarter.
That's not true.
Hold on. We are not quitters. We're not quitters. Hold on. We're not quitters. Hold on. We're not quitters. And no disrespect, I can take it as disrespect. We just smarter than y'all.
You're not.
100%. 110%. Listen. Because I can sit there and keep working for somebody else. I work for myself and start making way more. Yeah, listen, but I don't only do videos. Never. So I don't only do videos. I got a lot of businesses.
What
right?
I said.
Right? But listen, right? But listen, right? Hold on. I'm gonna go one by one. Gang, I need to sit right here real quick. See, that's y'all probably y'all don't listen. That's why y'all not. Listen. Right? Okay. Hold on. Let me.
We gotta listen to it. Okay. All right.
Hold on.
I'm listening.
How long you been working where you work?
Don't ask me that.
No, I'm asking you. Cause I'm gonna say my next book. And see, that's your problem because you don't listen.
You're gonna find another job you don't like it, right? Yeah. So just because I don't like working for somebody, how does that make it harder? It was easy to work for somebody. It was easy to go work for somebody. But I don't want to do that and settle.
He got a valid point.
In order for you to do your job, you need people who have a 9 to 5. Somebody had to create and sell the camera that you use. Somebody had to create the platform, the software that you use to edit.
I'm not working for them.
But at the end of the day, like you depend on 9 to 5 people.
Come to the front.
My name is Terrence. I'm an interior designer and a film set designer.
Say what you just said.
I said even influencers, even people who are entrepreneurs need 9-to-5 people in order to do their job, because we're the people that create the thing that y'all are influencing or getting people to buy. Like if you are an influencer for Monster drinks, like Monster drinks has to be a thing in order for you to benefit from it. So it's like,
but that's a
y'all are nothing without the thing.
We don't work for them.
You're an independent contractor for them, but without them, you don't. Money doesn't exist.
Yeah, exactly. Even with the camera situation,
them, that doesn't exist, right?
But even without, hold on.
Your motion moves their product forward, but without their product, you have no motion.
Quick question. Hold on. Wait, I got a quick question, right? How long? Just in general, how long you been working like 9-to-5 jobs?
10 years.
10 years. My good friends back there, how long you been working 9-to-5 jobs? 10 years.
2 years.
2 years. Okay. How about you? 2 days. You don't come. How about you? 4 years? Okay, so my thing is, most of y'all are scared. Y'all are scary. Y'all don't want to quit them 9-to-5 jobs to go do something for yourself, and that's why y'all feel like that is hard. Let me finish. In our reality, y'all not saying because y'all boss calling y'all this and calling y'all that it makes it hard for y'all to go to work. What really makes it hard for y'all is that it's so hard for y'all to fucking quit and go do something for yourself. That's what's making it hard. So hold on. Don't say what y'all do is harder than what we do, like it's the job that's making it hard. No, it's hard mentally for y'all because y'all scared to quit and go do something else for yourself. So because that's a huge risk, and y'all can end up not being successful, as everybody not gonna get to where we at. Right. That's the reality, right?
So
okay, go ahead.
Like what you saying, everybody not gonna get to where you at. What you saying about motion? Y'all have all this going right now. Y'all young and y'all prime. 10, 15 years from now, how much more of this motion and all this are you gonna have? Wait, let me finish. On top of the people who have 9-to-5 jobs, some people go to school and
listen. I had to pause it because she missed a very valuable point that he said, right? Because she wouldn't even said what she said had she heard him. He said, content is not the only thing I do. I have other businesses. Case in point. That would have answered what she just asked. Well, what, you guys got all of this right now. Well, what is it going to be 10, 20 years down the road? Don't you think they plan for that? You think these content creators, these influencers are going to be in front of a camera their entire life? They might be, but at the end of the day, you got to understand that they don't just invest in content. They invest in themselves. They invest in different business ventures outside of content. So they create businesses, so therefore when it is 10, 20 years down the road, they still have residual income coming in. But see, you got to be a good listener. And that's what I'm saying. You asking questions that already have answers. Moving on.
Some people feel like they have a purpose in life. Sometimes that purpose may be a doctor. Sometimes that purpose may be in childcare, teaching, whatever. That requires them to be a 9-to-5 person, but they're still feeling fulfilled. Whereas, you may feel like that
talking
person
about doctors
is just
and lawyers and people like that. Yeah.
Potential, but they may be in.
And if a doctor or a nurse would have been right here right now, it would have been their story. But what do you do for a living, if you don't mind?
I have a psychology degree.
But what do you do now?
I work with children in a group home. I work with autistic people. Yeah, I work with people.
And that's your purpose?
I feel like my purpose is to take care of people. I work with autistic people. Yeah, I work with people.
And that's your purpose?
I feel like my purpose is to take care of people, to help. I'm happy. Let me get a purpose. I just want to get a purpose.
Sorry, y'all. I got a call that came through.
Okay. I just want to touch on the topic of purpose, right? I am a paralegal for family law. I've been doing it since I was 17 years old. I have seen the foster care system be totally fucked. I've seen children get stripped away from their parents. While you guys say that it might be hard for us to quit, it actually makes me extremely emotional having to sit in front of a judge and watch a judge demand that their child be taken away from their parents. So it's not the fact that I want to quit, it's the fact that I want to help. That is what I feel like God put me on this earth and what my purpose for. It's not about emotions and business at all. It's just, that's what I feel, that's my purpose. When hold on, wait. Emotion, wait. Let me speak. Hold on. Let's separate emotions from spirituality. What I feel like God put me on this earth for, and that has nothing to do with emotion. That has everything to do with spirit. What God put me on this earth for was for my purpose was to help young children get out of shitty situations they have no control over. Kids don't have control over who their parents are going to be. Go ahead.
Okay, so to piggyback off of that, I do a reaction channel, and I've reacted to videos like that. Mm-hmm. People send me stuff like that, and I have to give my input on it. I did GoFundMes to help raise money for certain situations. And I appreciate that. And on my end, it's draining as well. Right. I'm an entrepreneur, so we do some of it at home, but I do it on my own. Right. Like, I don't probably go out there and help them, but financially, and I have been in situations where I was able to help certain people who had situations going on with their family. So on my end, it's draining as well. And I had to take like a month break off of YouTube because people sending this content, react to this, oh, could you repost this? Oh, could you shout this out? My family need this, and it's draining on my end. Right. So when I stop working, I don't get paid. Well, I still get paid in a way, yes, but my viewership slows down. So just imagine you stop going to work for a month, right? But they still kind of paying you. Well, let me tell you something. That is your choice. I don't have a choice, but you see every single week someone get divorced, someone gets stuck with child support, someone gets ripped away from their family. That is not my choice. You know why? No, because kids get born every single day. That's not my choice. I'm able to make that choice. You're right. I'm able to make that choice. That's not my choice. I'm able to make that choice. My choice is not have kids. That's not my choice. But I'm able to make that choice. Because I'm an entrepreneur. 16, you had a choice to become a parent when you were 17. Facts. My point exactly. Right, but I don't have a choice to lack off work, is what I'm saying. I still have to go when I have to hear.
Wait a minute. Wait. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. I didn't hear what she said. Hold on. Let me rewind that. I want to hear.
But I'm able to make that choice because I'm an entrepreneur. 16, you had a choice to become a parent when you were 17. Facts. My point exactly.
Right, but I don't have a choice to lack off work, is what I'm saying. I still have to go when I.
Wait. Oh my gosh. But I didn't have a choice to lack off work. So being an entrepreneur and being a business owner is lack of work. Making the choice to be your own boss is lack of work. Please answer that. Wait. You need to wait. I'm doing my live. Wait. Y'all excuse my child. So that's a lack of work. Me making the choice to be my own boss, to do my own thing, to be my own, because let's be clear. You could have your own paralegal business. You could still be doing what you have a passion for. You could have your own paralegal business and still do that, but you're working for yourself. That's the thing that everybody is freaking missing. The things that you do for somebody else, for another company, you could be doing for yourself. You could be working for you. You could be the boss of you, and you don't have to stress out anymore. You don't have to feel obligated anymore. You could have your own paralegal business, ma'am, but you're not thinking in that aspect. You're thinking as you calling them slackers because they doing stuff that's they're on their own and they're doing that. Listen, and I so don't want to make it be about an attack on anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do that. I don't. But at the end of the day, it's like, man, like, what in the world are we thinking about? What are we thinking about? Please tell me what we're thinking about when we say stuff like that. Hype Rush, thank you for liking the live. I appreciate it so much. Please tell me. And thank you for joining. Please let me know. Cause why would you even say that I don't slack off? Man, that messed me up, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta rewind it so you can hear it again. I had to rewind it so I could hear it.
I'm able to make that choice.
You're right.
I'm able to make that choice.
That's not my choice.
I'm able to make
My
that
choice
choice.
is not having kids. That's not my choice.
I'm able to make that choice because I'm an entrepreneur.
16, you had a choice to become a paralegal when you were 17.
There you go.
Facts.
My point exactly.
Right, but I don't have a choice to lack off work is what I'm saying.
You have a choice to own your own business. You have a choice to own your own paralegal business, ma'am, and do the same things that you do now, but you could have your own business doing it. But you choose to work for somebody else, and you're sitting here saying that my 9 to 5 is harder than you being an influencer because you lack off of work and I don't. No, there's no argument there at all. It makes you sound silly. I'm sorry. It does. Come on, y'all. Please make this make sense.
It's about a child getting by their father. I don't have a choice but to be like, damn, I need to take a month break on my mental. No, I got to get up, go to work, and deal with another child the next day.
Listen, you would have that choice if you had your own. You know what I'm saying? And if you're mad about the fact that you don't have that choice, then that's on you.
We got valid points. We got valid points, and we respect it. Look, you got valid points, and we hold on, Shania. You got valid points, and we respect what you do 100%. We're not saying what you do is bad, nothing or whatever, right? What you do now, right? The paralegal stuff. Would you show up and go to work and do it for a whole year, no pay? Just for the love of it?
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would. Absolutely.
She said no.
You can bring it.
Listen. So are you doing it for the money, or are you doing it because you love helping these families?
Yes, I would. Absolutely. 100%. 100% I would. Because I did it at the age of 16.
No, but I'm saying now.
I worked for a law firm for an internship for a whole year. Because how many of y'all had to do an internship at one point?
Hold on.
Okay. When you do internships, you have to do them for free. It's not a month internship. It's a 2-month internship. It could be an internship. It could be an intern. Let me finish. You wanted to finish, right?
Go ahead.
There are sometimes there are internships that we have to work for a year with no pay. So you asked me, would I do it for free? Absolutely, because like I said in the very beginning, that is what I believe my purpose is, what my spirituality led me to this earth to do.
Do y'all work with purpose?
All right. Yes, internships you do for free. Absolutely. But here's the point that you're missing now. You did that internship. If that's really truly your passion, you could be doing that on your own. You don't need that law firm. You know enough to do your own thing and to have your own paralegal business, to do it on your own and still be helping those families on your time. But you're not seeing it that way. And it's okay. I understand, because a lot of us are conditioned to think a certain way, and it's really not your fault. It's really not your fault. It's so much more bigger than this video. Like, if you haven't had a chance to really look into history and read up on why we're so conditioned in the way that we think, I definitely recommend you to do so, ASAP. Let me play.
Or to survive? Is it survival or survival?
Hold on, let me rewind that. Start that back.
Go ahead.
There are sometimes there are internships that we have to work for a year with no pay. So you asked me, would I do it for free? Absolutely, because like I said in the very beginning, that is what I believe my purpose is, what my spirituality led me to this earth to do.
Do y'all work with purpose or to survive? Is it survival or survival?
Can I say it depends? Trump's president, so it depends. That's my perspective.
Living through y'all purpose with y'all like jobs?
Yes. Woo!
Yeah, God. Any of y'all got kids?
I'm saying, but that's a choice. That's a choice. That's a choice.
Is it a choice when you're not in some? I mean, I'm just saying, accidents happen.
You put down your now the girls that are being raped.
We ain't talking about girls. I'm saying men and women. Accidents. Did you just say babies come from women?
No,
excuse me. Can y'all correct that at least? Babies come from. So you're telling me if my stand up right now, I'm pregnant?
No.
Okay, so how was the baby born? So how was the baby born? A baby cannot be born. Okay, so let's thank you.
Backtrack on what we was just talking about before they cut us off, because that was really deep, and I'm passionate about what I'm about to say. Right? You did internship for free for 1 year, right? Where you trying to get to becoming a lawyer or a paralegal, right?
Lawyer.
To do those stuff, to get into the programs and stuff that you have to do. You have to do free work. You have to do.
No.
But it helps. It helps. It helps.
There we go.
Thank you for the light.
Yeah, it helps. It helps. It helps.
It helps my resume.
Exactly. It helps your resume. Right. So
It does.
Anybody would do that for free. Just like if we're trying to monetize a YouTube channel, we're gonna work for a month for free. No pay. We're gonna post hella videos because we're trying to get monetized.
Right. Facts.
Moving forward, now you're an adult. You gotta pay bills. You got all these stuff, right? You're not gonna do it for 5 years for free with no other job. You're just doing it for the love. You're not doing that.
I think it's for my purpose. That's correct.
But you're doing it for the money, not because you want to help these kids.
No. Still help. Rely on my partner. And rely on my partner.
No, forget your partner. We're not worried about right now. I'm gonna give you a better example. When I asked earlier if y'all could press a button and be on this side, start making a lot of money and work for yourself, you said yes, you would do that, right? Let's say you
I did not say yes.
Did you not? She said yes to everything. Eric, so listen, Summer. So if you could make a lot of money, right, and get fired from this job, would you go do it for free just to help these kids for the rest of your life?
Absolutely.
I respect that.
Absolutely. And if I were to press a button and flip sides, I would do something where I could donate my money to a women's shelter or the foster system. Something.
What about men's shelter?
Well.
Oh, wait. You. Oh, shh. Hold on. Let me ask you quick. Let me ask. So, okay. So you said you will open a women's shelter. Everything you mentioned is women. No. Let me finish. No. Exactly. So what about? Can we all be equal? Why don't you donate to any shelter, any type of?
I would donate to a
Okay, but say
shelter.
that. No. But hold on. We're not arguing. I gave you time to talk. Let me talk.
Women.
No. I gave you time to talk. I gave you time to talk. Let me talk. Right? You should have said that from the jump. But it's kind of seemed like you were not trying to be equal. It's all about women, and girls getting. You know what I'm saying? But
if you took that from that, I'm gonna really think about your IQ.
That's your choice.
If you took that, I'm gonna really focus on your IQ. That's insane.
No. But listen,
that's
right?
insane.
That's
insane.
As a lawyer, you know it's about. Listen, as a lawyer, you know it's about the language, how you say stuff, and how you go about it. So don't say something, and then when I say something about it, you gonna try to flip it and make it seem like I'm trying to say something.
You asked me a question. You said, would I donate to a men's shelter? Shelter?
That's why it's harder. What do you mean?
We still gotta go to work.
Y'all said
physical houses.
You said
physical houses don't be there if the internet.
Okay, but so how are you?
What y'all gonna do?
How are you gonna? How are you gonna communicate with your customers?
Still work on the back end.
How are you?
Hey, I just want to remind y'all that the internet was not here 50 years ago. The internet was not here 50 years ago.
We wasn't either. So what that?
Okay. Facts. One at a time. let's piggyback off this question. He asked, what happens if the internet's not going to be here tomorrow? Can we?
He said the internet. So you're talking about all type of cellular service.
No, internet.
How you make your money? How you advertise your money? If it's
Wi-Fi, YouTube.com, getting on the web, okay? Getting on the web. Not calling your homies.
We use
this is crazy.
our internet things to back in other businesses. We're not just on internet.
If you had no internet, your clothes are not selling. What do you do? Okay, look.
Oh, bro, this is getting a little out of hand, y'all. Cause you know, honestly, whether the internet crashes or not, well, people like me, I still know how to survive. Cause shoot, I grew up in an era where there wasn't internet. God doggone, I grew up in an era when internet just came around and it was dial-up. Okay, so it really doesn't matter. Like, honestly, like I said, these individuals that are influencers, they're not stupid. They know to invest in other things besides what they're doing content-wise or influencer-wise. Even if it is a clothing brand, you can still sell clothes without the internet. People did it before the internet, and people are still going to do it after the internet. So it's just like some of this debating doesn't make sense to me, because it's like there's always going to be a solution to the problem. And even if it isn't right now, there will be. So that's the way I look at things. You know, even, okay, with V, the one that's, he's next to Quan in the red hat. But he's in the black hat. V has a clothing brand. You think that man ain't gonna sell clothes without? He gonna sell clothes without the internet. He's going to sell clothes without the internet, regardless. It doesn't matter. You just have to go. I mean, you just have to be very strategic, and you're gonna have to be crafty. But it's possible. But even still, the man might have some other investments and things that he does outside of the clothing brand. Some of them invest in real estate. Some of them invest in other things. So you can't just assume that, oh, the internet, that's all they do. Like, you can't just assume that, y'all. You can't. So that's why I feel like, you know, that question, it's a great question, but at the end of the day, like, you know, why even debate about that? Because there's a solution to every problem. Okay?
We would both be able to do our jobs without internet, but y'all would still be harder. Because none of our jobs are based off of internet. Absolutely not. Because y'all need internet.
It's the same thing as back then. It just looks different. We're in 2026.
They don't make it harder. They just need the internet.
It makes us smarter.
I have one question. So y'all mad at us because we make more money?
No! It don't got nothing to do with the You said which is harder.
We're asking what's harder.
You just said it's harder for us. You just said
I said without internet, it could make your job harder. But just like he said, I'm gonna just go make 30K.
I'm shopping 30K.
How do y'all define wealth though? Because y'all saying make more money. How do y'all define what wealth is?
Okay, so personally, I'm gonna speak for myself. Wealth does not matter. Monetary things, money, and everything that y'all work for does not matter for me.
What do you mean? You think we work because of being wow?
Listen, but that's real though. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you. That's real. Cause when it's all said and done, all of this monetary, all of the shoes, the clothes, the whatever you work for, whoever you are, none of that matters when you go 6 feet under and they put that dirt on that hole. None of that matters because you can't take it with you. So he made a great point on that. I just wanted to stop and say that.
So we say y'all, you mean the entire world.
You know how many people work at YouTube?
He's the loudest nigga in the room.
Why do you think being a 9-to-5 worker is harder than being an entrepreneur?
Just labor in general. The labor that it takes to work, right? We're not button pressers. Some of us drive trucks.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry. The labor, I said this earlier, y'all. I said this earlier. Listen, y'all don't, oh, they done cut off my, hold on. Goddamn folks, bro. I can't with TikTok and they little antics. Anyway, the labor, you want to talk about labor. It might not necessarily be physical labor all the time, but they're still laboring for their business. Why do you see it as they not doing nothing? I don't get it. Like, I don't understand how you see an influencer as not doing anything, as, well, they're not laboring. Yes, they are. They are too. Oh my God. This is insane.
Touch roughly 200 cases of Red Bull a day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in labor in general, we work physically harder.
Okay.
And we work mentally harder.
That's not true.
That's not the same.
Not on the legal perspective. Not on the legal perspective.
Any fathers up here?
I'm a father right now.
Any fathers on this side of the table?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So when I went to New York, I stood in line for 106 and Park. I made the show. I was the champ for 2 weeks. And I monetized our 4 million viewers from Viacom before YouTube. So I understand the risk and the reward factor. Hey. But it's challenges in every risk. You can't just say, have the ability to know what it is to work with a real purpose, to have somebody depending on you every day, and if it wasn't no internet, you would have to go sell some shoes. We don't live off the internet.
Hold on, let Quan talk.
I took risks before.
It's overly nice.
And I
You got kids to take care of, right? You got kids to take care of. We have no kids. My family, just like you have a kid.
Okay, so that's definitely different, bro. This talking about money this whole time.
Hey, oh, they carry all this fucking money.
Money this whole time.
You said purpose. That's my purpose.
Bro, my purpose is my kid.
You said we've been talking about money this whole time. Why are you working?
I work because I'm a father. You have to provide.
Why are you working? To make money, right?
Wait. Listen, man. How old are you, bro?
It's about money. We all working.
Everybody wakes up
So we
to
all
get money.
So family and kids, it's the same fucking thing. Same.
Correct.
Okay. How much money you have to make a month to be able to survive?
My lifestyle, I'm just talking about my lifestyle. About $5 grand.
$5 grand?
A month.
Okay, do that by like 5, 6, 7 times. And tell me how your mental feel every single fucking month. You have to come in the house with at least 40.
I mean, if I chose that life, I would be able to understand.
Exactly. So how would you...
But why are you comparing that?
Hold on. But I'm saying, how would you said, because somebody mentioned something about mentally earlier. You said, no, mentally, y'all work harder.
I said physically.
No,
I said we work physically hard. I said we work physically hard.
I'm just touching base on everything, right? So mentally, for us,
that's exhausting.
But that's what, exactly, right?
But being a father is exhausting as well.
But being a family man is also exhausting.
I said a father.
But a family man.
Okay, so we're talking about two different things.
That's your life. That's not your job.
No, it's not.
All right. It's getting a little out of hand. I'm gonna stop it. The reason, okay. All right. And those who are, hey, what's going on? I'm gonna just touch on this because I am a parent. I am a mom of a special needs son. My son is special needs. And not really, to be honest. I mean, he's smart as a whip. He has, hearing impairments and things of that nature. So I'm gonna speak from a parent's perspective because I get what the brother trying to do. He trying to tell them that it's a difference, and it really is. Like, you caring for your family members versus your child is a completely different thing. Why? Because your family members are grown at the end of the day. They can take care of themselves. But your children, that's different. They are looking up to you as a parent. They are looking for you to give them guidance on everything that they need to do. Everything listen, my son, he probably looks at me to get reassurance from me at least probably 10,000 times a day. Okay? So what he's trying to explain here is valid. I will say that. It is valid. They don't understand it because none of them are parents yet. They don't get that part of it. And they don't understand that life changes when you become a parent. When you decide to bring a life into this world, your whole life changes. You no longer matter. It is all about that child and what they got going on and what they need. Your whole perception of what you're doing in life, what you work for, what you put forward is different when you have a child. It is not the same thing as taking care of a family member. I am so sorry, but it's not. Your family member can get up and go take care of themselves if they needed to. But your child cannot do that. Your child is looking for you to provide for them. Period. Solely. And if you are a family member of somebody who is taking care of you, at the end of the day, be thankful and grateful. One. Be thankful and grateful for that because they do not have to do that for you. They chose to do that for you. You cannot choose to do that for a child. It is up when that child come into this world. Okay? Listen, you don't have a choice in not providing for that child. I mean, you can if you want to be a deadbeat parent, but there is a difference. There is a difference in that. So I do have to agree with the gentleman in the pink polo. I do have to agree with him, and I understand that he's trying to, explain to them that it is different. They just can't see it yet because they're not parents. They don't understand it. They don't understand it. So, and that's getting a little out of hand at this point. But I'm going to continue playing it though. It's different. It's different.
You can't sit here and talk about. So you have a kid and listen, man, because I'm a father. I hold a title in this world. You don't hold. We are. I literally do everything that I'm trying to do to literally. I'm talking about your. But let me tell you why though. Let me tell you why though. When it comes to your 9 to 5 though, you work that 12 hours on God. You thinking like, yeah, man, I'm gonna go try to make some content, right? But you just drained yourself for 12 fucking hours. Then you have to come home. Hey, hold on. I do got that dog in me, so guess what I do when I come home?
Okay. All right. I get where he's coming from because working a 9 to 5 does take a lot of your time. It really does. And anybody that's in the rat race will tell you that. It is very time consuming. And for me, I think the most frustrating thing for me when I was working is that I didn't have enough time to focus on the things that I needed to with my business. I didn't even have the time to focus on the things that I needed to focus on with my son, as far as homeschooling and all of that stuff. It was just consuming way too much of my time. Right? So that's when the risk comes in and you think about it like, yo, like, I understand that this is guaranteed money over here and I'm obligating my time to this job and this company that doesn't really give a crap about my life or anything, because if something happens to me, guess what? They're just going to replace me, right? or I can quit and I can have more time to do what I need to do. Yes, it's a risk because I'm not going to be bringing in the income that I'm bringing in, but I also have a lot more time to create and do the things creative that may bring in more income, right? That's the risk that you have to take, right? And I'm going to be honest, like, trust me, it took me 2 years to make this decision. Don't knock nobody for, oh, you quit your job, da 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 da. No, like, it took me 2 years to come to the conclusion of making this decision to quit my job, right? So that I had more time to focus on things that mattered more, right? And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, when you look at the mortality rate now, like, people are dying younger, right? Because we're working like Hebrew slaves. We can't enjoy nothing. They want us to retire at what, 76 now? Like, come on, yo. Who wants to? You don't even have the same quality of life at 76 as you do at, in your 40s or whatever. You're younger, so you can enjoy a lot more. You can still move around and do the things that you want to do. So that's the way my mind thought. Like, why would I work? And I'm gonna tell y'all something, yo. This is what opened my eyes up a ton. Let me just say this. When COVID hit and I had to sit there and listen, watch my husband go through all of the hurt that he went through, losing his parents and his brother. His dad just had turned 70, I believe, the year prior. He had just retired. He literally just, like, he didn't have no time to enjoy anything. COVID hit, boom, gone. So when you look at something like that and you're like, you know what, this man worked hard his whole life to retire and didn't even get to enjoy it. So that's I don't know. Like, I just feel like, I have a mentality now where it's just like, you know what? I'm going to try my best to, first off, as moms, we, and I'm going to just put this out there. As moms, we got to learn to kind of, put ourselves first. On this last one and then take, okay. Sorry, y'all. That's my husband texting. I have to text him back. As moms, we have to learn how to put ourselves first and make sure that we're taking care of ourselves, because we cannot be any good to anybody else. We have to learn how to put ourselves first and make sure that we're taking care of ourselves, because we cannot be any good to anybody else. I'm sorry. I had to pause for just a second. We cannot be no good for anybody else, our family or anything else, unless we take care of ourselves first, right? And I just got to the point where, you know what? I had taken a leave because I was having back issues and all of this other stuff. And I was just dealing with a whole lot. I still deal with depression and just a ton of stuff, but it was just so much harder working a job and being in a stressful situation that I didn't necessarily have to be in, but because I chose to be in that. I'm just pausing this because it's going to go through the ads. So, I think honestly, I'm not knocking either side. I do see it from an influencer side, because now I'm on this side of things and I have 2 YouTube channels and I'm trying to, do the things that I need to do, necessary. And yes, it can be, trying and it can be hard, because you're basically doing this with no funds coming in or anything like that. Nothing is guaranteed. But at the end of the day, I can say that I enjoy, the time that I have to homeschool. Let me hold on. It got super loud, bro. So I'm gonna restart this up.
Bro, you work that 12 hours on God. You thinking like, yeah, man, I'm gonna try to make some content, right? But you just drained yourself for 12 fucking hours. Then you have to come home. Wait,
hold on, let me pause this. Yeah, hold on. You have to wait. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. Wait until I was finished. Wait. Give me a little bit more time, okay? Thank you. Sorry, y'all. My son gets impatient, and I get it. You know, he's a kid. So let me get this started back. See.
I do got that dog in me, so guess what I do when I come home? I'll be a father. I have to come home and be an active father. So you want to talk about mental? You want to talk about mental? What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? That dog in me, nigga. That dog is in me, nigga. I get black for that shit every day, nigga. I ain't gonna do that one time, nigga. You yell, nigga. Cause you ain't got that dog in you. You don't bite either. Fuck you saying? It's the same shit. I literally dead ass working 9 to 5, and guess what I gotta do? I don't get to just. I need a mental break. No, I gotta come home every fucking day and be a dad, bro. Right. You can't sit there and tell me I ain't got no fucking dog in me, bro. Oh shit, like real shit. That shit weird. Why you mad at me? Come on, why I'm mad at you? Somebody got that dog in me. I don't got that dog in me. Let's go. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You heard me? If we switch, you a fucking fool. You get real shit. That's something with my kid. Not my fucking son. Yes. I ain't tell you to get a daddy, baby mama. That's not my fault. What do you mean? That's on you to be a single dad. That's on you. That's on me. Don't be mad at me. I'm gonna force it. You chose that girl. I'm gonna force it. You chose that girl, nigga. You chose that girl. This man crazy, bro. You chose that girl. I hope you never get caught in that situation, bro. You're going to fucking fall. Oh, guys, you're gonna fall, bro. You need to switch lives for a year because guys will fall. Guess what? I do one thing. I don't work for nobody. Right? I don't give a fuck. Wait. But guess what, though? But guess what? I got that dog in me. You don't. You man, look at you. Nigga, you can't come on this side. You can't come on this side. Nigga, like the table. Look, get out. This is why. My life versus yours, you fucking fool. And you said, look. And you said, hold on. You said 1 year, right? You said 1 year, right? You said 1 year. Switch life for 1 year. 1 year. I want to do more money. Look. 1 year. So 1 year, right? Hold on. You're comfortable. I'm not. You said yeah because you scared. Scared of what? So let me talk. Scared of what? You said 1 year, right? Because every day they do what I do. Not because I'm scared. Because I make you scared.
This is intense, ain't it?
Let me talk. If you're not scared, let me talk, right? You said I can't be in your shoe for 1 year. You couldn't. You can't be in my shoe for 1 day. Cap. If I had your platform, shit on you. Hold on, Sue. How did I get my platform? You work for it, right? So why the fuck you not working, nigga? What, nigga? So if you... Guess what? Would you make me more money? How long you been trying to make me more money? How long you been trying to get your own platform? Literally, only for a couple months. No. And look, nigga, I can guarantee you. That's a couple months ago, I had 2,000 followers. Did y'all know me a couple months ago? How many times do y'all see me now? How many times do y'all... Hold on, wait a minute. Let's ask the real question. How many times do y'all see me now? A lot. And y'all are familiar with me, right? Kind of. Y'all don't have to know my name to know my face. But what are you saying? Literally, But I'm damn near homeless because y'all shit literally works on. Well, you ain't gonna say if you have my platform like I didn't work for this shit, gang. But all I'm gonna say is if I had your platform, I would make you. Why not go get it?
That's what he's trying to say.
And I'm gonna keep it tall with you right now, bro. If you have my platform, you're not making what I'm making in a month. You not because you ain't got that dog in you. I say that. I say you ain't got that dog in you. You ain't got. We could talk. Look.
Lord, have mercy.
Cool game, but that's not everything. You gotta have the knowledge, right? And I said you gotta have the knowledge, right? Look. How much you make? How many times you get paid a month? 2 times a month?
No, I get paid 4 times a month.
So every week?
Yes.
And what's your paycheck every week? I get paid $1,300 a week. $1,300. Yes. Okay, how about we try it in 10 minutes? I can make you $1,300 in 10 minutes, gang. Lock in with me. I'm working on the course. I'm gonna work on the course. Lock in with me. I can make you $1,300 in 10 minutes. I can give it to you for free if you want it. Cause I want to see you win. 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 But you ain't got that dog in you though. Look, can I ask my one question? No, bro, look, let me ask her one question. Look, let me ask her one question. Without no knowledge of what I do, right, and me having no knowledge of what you do, right, and we switched for a year, right, do you think you can come out on top? Yes, you not gonna come out on top. Why wouldn't I? Cause the knowledge that I have, bro. I know what you do. The knowledge. Okay, listen. Hear me out. I have an LLC just like you do.
All right, y'all. That's it for today's debate. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed. I appreciate you guys. And I hope to see y'all in my next one.
Oh my God, yo. Listen. Let me just shut the TV off. OM freaking G. Yeah, that was quite a bit. Woo-wee. So I don't even know how to get that switched back. All right, we're gonna switch it back to me. Yeah, that was crazy. But I wanted to do my reaction to it and just, say my spell on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it from both sides, right? I've worked a 9-to-5 job. I've been in the rat race a very long time. And I just decided, in January that I couldn't do it no more. There's certain things that I want to do in life. Just on a personal level and just, overall. And I just couldn't do it anymore. I just couldn't be, that person no more. I had to, branch off and do my own thing. And yes, it's a risk. Yes, it's definitely taking a risk and all of that. And nothing's guaranteed. But, but by the grace of God, I am here. I am surviving. I'm doing the things that's necessary to survive. And even if it's not yet bringing the income that I needed to bring, that's all right. I put my trust and faith in God. So, with that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed this reaction. I might start doing these a little bit more. I'm not entirely sure yet, but nonetheless, I did want to react to that one because I thought it was great and it was very intense. So if you all are not following me on TikTok, please follow me here. Link in the description for every other platform, anything that you want to see A Chanel is all in the link in the bio. So I do just, want to say thank you all for watching. Thank you all for following. If you're not following, please follow, turn on your post notifications, all of that good stuff. I do have a gaming channel as well. I do go live. Just stay tuned on that as well, because I'm trying to, move up with that. So nonetheless, I hope every one of you have a wonderful and blessed rest of the day. Please take care of yourselves. Be blessed. Make the right decisions, not the wrong ones.